exciting time for me because one of my favorite video game has been remade and released about 2 days ago, and it's a horror video game. The name is called Silent Hill 2 Remake. If you have been playing, if you love horror video games, or if you love horror game, you might already might already be playing it or know about it. Oh man, Silent Hill 2, the original, came out in around, I think it was 2000 or 2001. I believe it's 2001. Back then I was still studying at my polytechnic. Yes, when it came out, it was I was so blown away. I mean, by the graphic and the trailer. When I saw the trailer back then, wow, it was so great, so impressive. So what is Silent Hill? Silent Hill is actually, it's the title of a horror video game series, and each installment tells the story of usually tells a story of a different character, and all of them are linked to this town called Silent Hill. So in the game, Silent Hill is actually a sort of a surreal, on the surface it's a very surreal town. People sometimes they go there to like to enjoy the scenery because of the beautiful tourist spot, and it's also very peaceful and serene. But in actual fact, Silent Hill, there's a dark history behind this town, which is why the town is constantly shrouded in fog. So the Silent Hill 1 actually tells the story, the origin of Silent Hill, how it became like this town filled with fog. But Silent Hill 2 tells the story of a different character. And Silent Hill 2 is what this remake is about. Silent Hill 2 is about this character whose wife died. This character James, his wife died of a disease like 3 years ago, and suddenly he received a letter from his dead wife telling him that she's waiting for him in Silent Hill at their special place. And so the protagonist James returns to Silent Hill hoping to find his wife. But so the question is, how can his dead wife write a letter to him? So who is the one who wrote the letter? Is it really his wife, or is it really someone else? So that's what the story is about. It's about this character James returning to Silent Hill and trying to find his wife at their special place. Of course, when he eventually his wife, but addressing mannerisms and behavior are totally opposite, because his wife is very demure, reserved and quiet. Well, wow, this woman he meets at the park at the park by the lake. Her name is Maria. She dresses very scantily, and she is like very cheeky and sexy looking. Yeah, very seductive sort of a woman. And so together with Maria, James continues his search for his wife. Along the way, James meets a few other people who have also come to Silent Hill for their own reasons. One is a girl called Angela that he meets at a graveyard. Angela said that she's there to find her mother, and their family used to live there in Silent Hill. But then she warns James that the town is dangerous. She seems to know something, but James just tells her that no matter what, he's going because because he has to find his wife, who is very important to him. Another person James meet is this guy called Eddie. He's a kind of a plum guy who wears a cap, and he loves pizza. He loves to eat. And the first time, because I haven't seen or played the remake, Silent Hill 2 remake. I actually began watching somebody play it on YouTube, and yeah, so it's still at I'm still watching the very beginning stage of the game, the parts of the game. So from what I heard, this remake is very faithful to the original, with more with additions, of course, like more things, more scenes added to maybe flesh out the story more. But I heard from the reviews, they try their best to preserve what is already there, because the original was a masterpiece. Silent Hill 2 has also been known for being for having one of the best, stories in video games. It actually has a very a meaningful theme behind, and the concept is also very special, and with, of course, unexpected, surprises in the story. Some very interesting surprises in the story. Yeah, so Eddie, what I know about these characters, I know I'm speaking from my experience with the original, because I haven't seen the remake yet. Not in its entirety. And so this Eddie, he loves to eat, and the first time James sees him is at the toilet, and Eddie was vomiting into the toilet bowl. Yeah. And another character James finds in Silent Hill is a little she appears to be a very lively girl, and also a bit rude toward James. She seems to dislike James for some reason. And okay, James asks him about the monster, like, because along the way James sees monsters, very bizarre looking monsters in the town. The town is basically abandoned with monsters lurking in the corners. And there is also this other world that James finds himself transported into. This other world is like a parallel dimension to the real world, and the real world is where Silent Hill appears to be shrouded in white fog, while the other world, sometimes like when James comes to a certain place or certain moment, then the environment changes into this other world where it's basically everything is dark and bloody and bizarre. Bizarre is basically like purgatory. It's a purgatory, a hell. It's like a hellish place. And the demons, the monsters in this other world are more terrifying than the ones in the real world. Yes, and there is some connection. There is some reason as to why there is this other world, which links back to the original Silent Hill. There is Silent Hill 1. Remember, this is Silent Hill 2. And Silent Hill 1 actually tells the story of how this town became like that. And I mean, I won't spoil the story in case one day you might be well, there is actually a movie about Silent Hill 1, although it does not capture the essence of the story, of the game story. It just captures the aesthetic, the visual stuff, the visual aspect of it really well, but not the characters, not the themes, not the profoundness of the story of the game. So yeah, and so why this town becomes like that is basically in Silent Hill 1, the main character is a man who is driving his car with his daughter with him along a highway at night in the dark, and suddenly a figure appears in the middle of the road, and he crashes after trying to steer away. And from that moment on, he finds his daughter missing. His daughter is around 7 years old. And so the story of Silent Hill 1 is about this man, this main character Harry, searching for his missing daughter in Silent Hill. And as he journeys, he discovers dark secrets behind this town. And he also did eventually, of course, he keeps seeing this strange figure. It's a girl who looks like his daughter, but she's not. And this girl is actually linked to the darkness, to the other world characters always run into these demons and monsters. Some of them are nurses in the hospital. You see nurses, deformed nurses without faces, twitching and holding a knife in their hand, trying to kill the character. And there are also these skinless flying things like gargoyle. And a lot of this. Silent Hill 2 even has this. Actually, these demons are linked to the psychological aspect of characters in the story, which I will not elaborate to avoid spoilers. Yes. So yeah, basically, eventually, in Silent Hill 1, the protagonist unravels the truth that the town is actually being taken over by the nightmarish delusions of someone's mind. Alright? And this someone is actually who the protagonist keeps running into across the town. The girl who looks like his daughter. Yes, and there, of course, there's a story behind it. And so, once whoever entered this town is being trapped by this darkness, okay, by these nightmarish delusions, and they are unable to get out. They just, yeah. So the only way to get out is actually to resolve. Is to get to the bottom of who is the one causing this and putting a stop to it. But there's actually another story for another day. Yeah, so there's Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is a story about, it's another character, like I said, James trying to find his dead wife. So it's actually a standalone story that's loosely connected. Yeah, most of it is not connected to Silent Hill 1, except for the fact that there is also other world in the town, and the town is constantly shrouded in fog, and there are demons and monsters that are shaped after the characters' minds. Yeah. And yes, so it's very exciting. This game, because it was released, the original came out like 23 years ago, so naturally the visuals back then, as in when you look back now, it's very dated and not as realistic. So when they this remake really allows us fans of the original to re-experience the story in a more immersive and realistic manner. You know what I'm saying? And so this is really, really very exciting for me, who is a video game lover. I think if you have been watching some of my previous videos, you know that I sometimes talk about video games like Final Fantasy and Silent Hill. I actually even did a video, something like a roleplay ASMR video of Silent Hill 2 as the main character James, who is trying to find his wife. I really can't wait to delve into this remake. I've been hearing positive, quite a number of positive reviews about it, saying that it actually takes preserve what is already great in the original, and adding stuff that brings it to another level, and adding stuff that develop the story further without affecting it negatively, because nowadays a lot of remakes, they tend to be too fancy, and go all out and change things that do not need to be changed, and don't change things that need to be improved. And yeah, so when I hear about the review saying this, I think I'm really glad if what it says is true. Yeah, so these few days I will be watching people playing the game on YouTube. I mean, whether it's live or pre-recorded doesn't matter, but I will just be watching it. Yeah. So this is if you like, if anything, if you're a fan of Silent Hill, or horror games in general, or any other video game franchise, feel free to comment, talk about it in the comments, and tell me what games you like, and if it's Silent Hill 2 Remake, and have you played it? If you love Silent Hill, are you playing it? Are you playing the remake? And how is it? Of course, no spoilers. No spoilers. It's for the sake of everybody watching this video, in case they come across any spoilers. In case they are playing the game and come across any spoilers in the comments, and the thing is, it'll be that fun for people, especially for people playing the game for the first time. Don't you think? Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope that you like it, and please subscribe and like and comment. Alright. So